Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunda. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creations is an event planning and a wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. I am a master certified wedding planner and a licensed florist. I have over 10 plus years in the wedding industry. Event planning has always been a passion of mine. It's something that I found my love grew stronger as I was planning my own personal wedding. And the joy and the excitement that I got out of it is some of the reason why I do the things that I do. I strongly believe that whenever you are doing something, you should be passionate about it because when you're passionate about it, it makes it easier for you to do things. So, I'm just gonna go forward today and talk to you about, some of the things, the hours that require for certain things, some of it when you are a photographer or DJ, and so on and so forth. I also do custom events. I also do destination wedding as well. Just in case you are wondering. So I'm just gonna jump right into the video, and we're gonna start with photographer. And this is more pertaining to a wedding. Well, most brides and most couple sometimes they don't think that is essential. The need to hire a photographer or a videographer. Some people just choose to just do a photo and say, "Well, I don't really need a video. Why would I need it?" And I guess sometimes in a way they are trying to save costs and they do things and they go there. But you have to remember, this is a event that comes once in a lifetime. And when I mean once in a lifetime, I don't mean that because when you go into a marriage, you go into a marriage to wanting to survive. You don't go into a marriage expecting a divorce, or you go into a marriage for something else. That if you for the first, if you're married for the right reason, because come on, let's be realistic. We have people who marry for the wrong reason. Sometimes those marriages don't work, but that's besides the point. We're talking about those who are married for the right reasons, and we're talking about those who are going to the marriage, the hoping, the honor the vows, the death do us part. Those are the people that I'm talking about right now. So, well, joke aside, when you are planning an event, you want to calculate the day. Um, Normally, you're going to need about, I would say, 10 hours standard. Um, you can, some people up to use six. I mean, eight, that's fine. But I won't recommend you doing anything less than eight. Some people try to do seven, some people do six. The reason for that is that, and maybe if those things that you may think they're not important to you, but oh, excuse me, it actually is. Like for example, when you, for the time you're getting dressed, some people may say, "Well, I don't want nobody to take a picture of me getting dressed. It's not that important. I just want you to take a picture of the ceremony." When you get there, you do a stop sign, and then you do a 6 hours session reception, or maybe 5 hours, and so on and so forth. But you gotta understand, there's a lot of detail that go into that day. There's a lot of things that you miss, a lot of memory that you will not get back. So you want to make sure that you include that into your budget. And those are all, if you, and I think maybe after, once we get into September, maybe August, I will try to retouch on the budget again. So to give a couple a better idea of what it is when they're planning a wedding. But for a standard photographer, 10 hours is sufficient. You will be able to have enough photos. You will be able to have thousands because they will come in time, do your photos while you're getting dressed. They can even do your family section photo before, so you don't have to spend a lot of time after your ceremony taking pictures. You can get most of your pictures out of the way. You can take pictures out after the ceremony still, so you get more. You can still do. You can do your first look if you choose to do a first look. There's a lot of photos and a lot of things that you can go forward to get. So I strongly recommend that you have these hours because what it does is that it helps you in a way um, to get things done and get everything you need. And I also recommend to you get the videographer. Some people be like, "Well, I don't know what I need a photo for. I mean, I need this. It doesn't serve a purpose. There's no reason." But you gotta think that these are all memories. When you sit there, when your kids are older, or some people may have kids, some people may not have kids now. There's a lot of things. Yes, a picture tell 1,000 words, but there's a lot of detail that go into watching a video of something. It's like we all watch a movie. You may see a movie couple of times. But every time you watch it, you learn something new. You see something different. I don't know about you, but it's the same thing for me. I have some of my favorite movies that I watch. But sometimes when I watch it, I look at it from a different perspective and it gives me a different thing. So I strongly recommend when you are doing your wedding, you want to put those hours in. Now, with a wedding photographer, I would recommend doing the same 10 hours. But if you do decide you don't want to, you can do 5 hours, you can do 6 hours. Because most of the time, and before I go into that, let me just say this one thing. If you are hiring a photographer or a videographer, you want to make sure that they are there through the entire program. When I mean to the entire, when people are dancing on the dance floor, you may say, oh, well, I don't need that. It may not be there. But I recommend you do it for the whole night or the whole time. But if not, because you might have that drunk uncle or that friend who just going something, doing a dance and acting great. And you have nothing to capture that moment, no pictures, no videos. Those are the funny moments, the celebration. Yes, the program is great. Everything, the formatted and everything that lean. But that fun time when everybody can let loose and just be happy and enjoy that flow, enjoy the moment. It's like, yes, we are celebrating, but you have nobody there to capture those moments. You are missing on big details. So sometimes people are like, oh, I just celebration, I don't really need that. No, you are missing out. Because sometimes that's when you get great pictures, when you are just, you like, you know what, we did it. Let's just rock out and enjoy ourselves and enjoy your good time. But there's no photographer, there's no videographer. You may not want to do both, maybe because based on your budget, but at least have one of them there to, at least for most of the night. Because I know most weddings I go to, when it's coming to an end, that's when it get even crazier. That's when people do it. But so make sure you put these things into your budget. Check on the hours of the photographer. Plan these things. These are things that are very crucial to your wedding. And I feel a lot of times that brides and grooms and people overlook these things. Say, well, we're not going to need it. Why do I need this and why do I need this? Yes, you do need it, because at the end of the time, when somebody's selling you something, you got that picture to show you. You got that video to show you. Yes, they may not catch every single thing at every time, but they will be there to catch the important events, the important detail of your wedding that make your wedding. So I strongly recommend it. It's up to you. People do things differently. Recommended to do it. I, for me personally, well, my client does not have a lot of funds for that, according, because I cannot force you. I can tell you everything is up to you. I make sure that they are there, that forego some of the things. Forego maybe the early part of the ceremony, not this like the getting dressed aspect, and then just have like maybe just get the bride getting dressed instead of the bride and the groom to save another hour there. I try to save hour bits and pieces, and also have to have the close as to the ending as possible. So if they, let's say if you have a 7 hours photography or 8 hours, I will have you maybe come in like maybe to the bride around 12:30, and and then you stay all the way, you finish with the bride, leave for ceremony that starts at 2, stay with the bride till about 1 something, and then you go to the groom and so on and so forth. So I break down my timeline to help manage the timing, and that's something that I can tell you more about, another time. But I have a timeline that break every aspect of your wedding. So to wrap this chapter off is that make sure you have enough, because the same way you need a DJ, you hiring a DJ to stay from start to finish. You don't let the DJ leave in the middle of your wedding, because you know why? The wedding will be dead when that DJ leave. It's the same thing when you hire a photographer and a videographer. You need, and they'll accentuate the life of your event. So you want to make sure that you have those things hand out. If you cannot afford it, try to do something to make this stay closer. Or research. There's some photographer that may be in your budget. And another thing too, that what it pays off the white girl wedding planner, because we have the inside connection. We have certain prices that wedding photographer, videographer may give, but that may not give to you, because they know that there's 90% to 100 chance that we will be referring the services. They get you. This is one thing I'm gonna tell you, people. Some of the benefit of hiring a wedding planner. It's not, yes, they coordinate your wedding, but the thing that we have access to so much resources. every vendor that you think that, from the venue to everyone else that has anything to the wedding industry, the go-to person they go to is a wedding planner. They comes to us because they know we are the one that, majority of the time, the client starts with us, and then they go or anything else. Or even if the client starts with them, they're still gonna need that. We have a locally network that can help you. So that, I'm not saying it for you to hire myself, but I'm just saying this, that no matter who you pick, there's a benefit that comes with hiring a professional, keyword, professional wedding planner who knows the job and it can assist you in a lot of things. But once again, thank you for watching. My name is Linda Gunner, and you have an amazing day. You can find out my website, www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com. And please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and have an amazing day.